In this video, I want to talk to you about cables. At Raven Audio, we make a number of different cables. We make XLR cables, we make speaker cables, power cables, and RCA cables. And I got a little funny story to tell you. One of the guys here at Raven Audio said, "James, why aren't you using one of your Raven cables on your microphone right here?" There's a great reason that I'm not using it. This is a tube microphone. It's kind of a specialty microphone. We're very partial to tubes, as you know, at Raven Audio. And it has a special XLR connector that has 6 conductors. So we're going to actually make a custom Raven cable for it, and you'll be seeing that in future versions of videos that we're producing. The main reason that I wanted to do a video on cables today is not really to get into the fact of or talk about, how much difference cables make. There's a lot of controversy about that. Obviously, if you go out on blogs, people get into heated conversations and things go south pretty quick when you start talking about cables. We are going to do a video on that subject, but the way we're going to approach that is we're going to get the opinions of industry experts and great musicians that record in the top studios in the world, and we're going to talk to mastering engineers and studio technicians and get their opinions on how much difference cables make and which cables they like. Now, all that to say, this particular cable is our RCA cable, and it is different than our other cables in one respect, and that is that it has a compression barrel around the RCA connector, and if you unscrew it, it just comes right off. And the danger is that if you don't know this and you get the cable from Raven, they'll come all the way screwed down, and you try to put that on a piece of equipment, it won't go on. And if you force it, you're going to either break the cable or you're going to break the RCA connector on your piece of equipment. So what you want to do is you want to loosen this barrel so that it is about 2 millimeters above the gold part of the connector. You'll see the gold there, and I unscrew it. And if you unscrew it too much, that's okay. It just lifts right off, and you'll know, hey, it's really loose. And you put it back on and just turn it a little bit so it doesn't fall off. And then take it and push it into the piece of equipment. Once you've done that, then tighten it and just go until it stops, and then tighten it a little bit more. We're not talking about plumbing pipes or something like that, so you don't need to just really get down on it and torque it because you might break something if you do that. Now, the reason that we do these compression connectors at Raven is we have found over the years, and this is not something that is a piece of information that only we know. It is a proven fact that compression is one of the most important components when you're trying to make a great connection. And so that is the reason that we chose to have these compression barrels. When you take it off, this is probably the most important time to loosen it, because if you pull this cable off when it's tightened down, it will damage the cable or your equipment. So you're going to just loosen it up like so. And again, if you loosen it too much and the barrel falls off, there's no problem with that. Just put it back on and screw it down. These are wonderful cables. They match the Raven equipment. The quality of them is outstanding. Just use it correctly. I hope you enjoyed this video, and like I said, we are going to do another video on cables and get people's opinions about how much difference cables make and what people's experience have been with Raven cables. I would like to invite you to subscribe to the Raven Audio YouTube channel. Come be a part of the Raven family.